So, what was it like for you at the height of the Vietnam War to receive a draft card in the mail?
Well, I didn't want to go to war. No one wants to go to war, but I felt an obligation to my country, so I responded by going into the army.
What about the National Guard? Could you get into the National Guard by
I
any
could
way?
have because I had an uncle that had connections there, and a lot of my family went into the National Guard, and it was a 6-year obligation, and you went to meetings once a month, and you went to summer camp for 2 weeks. And I really didn't want to get into that. I would just as soon at the time do my 2 years and just get out of the service, which is what I did.
So, you had to train for about 8 weeks, 8 to 16 weeks before you got shipped out to Vietnam. Where did you train for basic training? Were you sent to a.
Fort Dix, New Jersey. I went for 8 weeks of basic training.
And what was that like for you?
It was tough, you know. You had crawling in the mud, and out in the rifle range, and it was in the winter time, so it was very cold in New Jersey. But you get through it. So
Were you nervous about going in Vietnam in any way? Did you have any concerns or
I was, everybody was a little anxious about, having to go, but most of the people that were in the service that got orders to go to Nam went to Nam. It was a 11 months you went to Vietnam. That was your obligation. So you went, you did your time. Hopefully you came back in one piece.
So I remember you telling me this story all the time, but right before you got shipped out to Vietnam, what happened?
I got hepatitis with 200 and almost 300 people got hepatitis from a consolidated mess hall that fed 1,200 people.
Wow. And you were placed in the medical ward for how long?
It's about 15 weeks. And when I got out of release from the hospital, my military time was up. So I just went home. I got discharged and went home.
So hepatitis literally kept you out of the Vietnam War.
It did. It did. And, it's a good thing in a way, even though I would have liked to stay with with the rest of the guys that I was stationed with that went to Vietnam. But, you never know what could have happened over there. So, in a way, I guess it was a good thing I got hepatitis because I didn't go to Vietnam.
You consider yourself lucky that you got hepatitis A and was kept out of the Vietnam War?
I think so.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was probably for the best. I mean, if anything happened, I couldn't imagine growing up without you. You were a great man to hang out with when I was younger.
That's good. Thank you very much.
You're still crazy though.
Oh, yeah.
I like that though.